this weekend's big for us. It gets us ready for conference next week against a good Oklahoma State team, and playing Tulsa, who's a top 20 team, and then UNLV at their own place, and a good Boise State team. It'll be a good test for us.
What are some of the adjustments that you're hoping your team will make this weekend before heading into Big 12 play?
Well, I kind of hope we keep doing what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. There's a couple of things we really want to get better at, as far as throwing runners out and hitting in different situations and playing the small game, bunt people over. You always need to get better at that, but I've really seen our team improve over the past couple of weeks, and that's been fun.
How much do you feel like you've learned about your group because they were so young at the beginning of the year?
Well, I've learned a lot over the past month. You get to, when you put them in real game situations, you kind of find out what they can do, and we feel like our defense is a lot better than when we started the year. And the one thing that is exciting for me is I feel really good about our pitching going into the conference.
You like where the team is at right now, the final weekend before conference play starts?
Well, I do. Of course, there's little things that we need to work on, but those three seniors at the start of our lineup, Mikey and Sandy and Adriana, it's good having the confidence that you have going in with them, being there before and going into Big 12 play. And the problem is the Big 12 is still a great conference, and the two best pitchers in the country are in our conference right now at Baylor and Oklahoma, and so you better be good and you better play your best at the right time.
Well, of course, we're all excited to get into conference. We've been playing all these random tournaments, and we've seen so many different teams, but I think we're all ready to get into conference, be in the Big 12, and know what kind of competition we're going to face. I think this weekend we'll still have really good competition, and it'll be getting us ready for next weekend to go to OSU.
Are you what are some of the things that you guys are looking to clean up before you head into Big 12?
I think we have a lot of little things that we want to work on, just like any other team. I know from the pitching standpoint, we're trying to work on figuring out our staff and how we want to split everything up and who's going to win, who's mixing it up. So from that standpoint, and then from hitting standpoint, I think everybody's just trying to find their spot in the lineup, and the pinch hitters are figuring out when they're going to go in and knowing how to be ready. So.
Does it felt like the non-conference has dragged on a little bit here down the stretch?
Actually, not really. I figured it would, since we have only 7 teams in our conference this year, but it's actually gone by really fast. I think with just so many games and so many new people and so many changes going on that it's just gone by.
Because everybody's so young on this team, how much do you feel like you guys are ready for conference play now? Just obviously a lot of learning these past couple of months.
Oh, a ton of learning. We've seen, slowly but surely, each weekend we've gotten a little better. We've seen different people step up in places that we didn't know they were going to step up at. There's people that we didn't think would be starting that are now starting. So you just never know what's going to happen. And so especially once you start conference, it's a completely different ball game. We're in one of the most stacked conferences in the United States. So I think we're excited to see what happens in conference, how things change, or if we're going to stay pretty much the same.
It's exciting to go into conference. This is what you look forward to all year, these big competitors that we have such a good matchup with. And so it's fun to kind of get this pre-conference, as you said, out of the way and get that experience under our belt.
What are some of the things that you're trying to clean up before heading into conference play?
I think just a lot of the small things, as far as our team chemistry and all that stuff, just getting the fluid motion on the field going, just kind of flowing with the game and staying with it all 7 innings and extra innings if we have to.
What have you guys learned as a team because you guys are so young?
I think, through this preseason play, as we talked about, you really start to learn each other's strengths and weaknesses and just how to complement each other on that. We pick each other up when we need to, and that's the whole part of being a team. And so despite us being young, I think we've done a good job with that and working through it.
Has it felt like a really long non-conference season?
It has. When you go to these tournaments and you're playing 5 games a weekend, and then especially this past week over spring break, we've had a lot of matches. But it's good. You need that experience, so.